Hello, and welcome to Blades Fitness Sucks. That's right, my fitness sucks. I'm a 300-pound man. Don't want to be a 300-pound man. I am a 300-pound man. But I have this fantasy of wanting to be able to do push-ups and sit-ups and pull-ups and squats and run a mile every morning and be that fit person. But I am a long ways away from it. So here's what I thought I would do. I thought I would work my way up to being able to do push-ups, sit-ups, pull-ups, squats, and a run, and I thought I would share that journey with you. Now, I was scouring the internet trying to figure out how to get started. And let's go first. I am not a doctor. I am not a fitness guru. I don't know anything besides what I have learned on the interwebs and what I learned in health class in high school. That's all I know. So maybe somebody's got some better tips and tricks. Be sure if you do, put them in the comments below. If you're going to follow along with me, we're going to do this every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I'm going to post a new video, and then on Sundays we're going to sit down with our book. I'm going to try and track my calories. Maybe I'll be successful, maybe I won't. I'm not going to beat myself up over it, and you shouldn't either. But I'm going to try and track my calories and talk about what went well this week, what went bad this week, and we will do a weigh-in on Sunday mornings at 8 a.m. And I'll probably do that live, but we'll figure that out as we go along. Anyway, so while I was searching the web, I came across Hybrid Calisthenics in Hampton. Yo, Hampton! And he made the point that if you wanted to start curling 100 pounds, somebody wouldn't come up to you and put 100 pounds in your hands and say, okay, just start curling them until you can, because you'd never get started. You'd never be able to do that. And what he suggested is that you start with a whole lot lighter weight. You start with a whole lot simpler calisthenic. So if you want to get better at pull-ups, you start in a different position and work your way up to a full-blown pull-up. So he's got a system that he made a video, and I'll link to it in my description below. He's got a system where you start with wall pull-ups, where you pull yourself at a 45-degree angle, and then you move up and you do deeper pull-ups where you're hanging just a little bit lower, where you've got the hooks chest high, and then maybe you've got the hooks waist high, and then maybe you're sitting down and you do seated pull-ups, and then you lift one leg until you can finally get to the point where you can do an actual pull-up. And so I'm going to take that philosophy and I'm going to apply it to some various exercises, and we're going to go, because of this description, we're going to go a little light today. I'm going to do the wall pull-ups. I'm going to do wall sit-ups. I'm going to do chair knee bends. I'm just going to sit down in the chair and I'm going to stand right back up. And then the only other piece of equipment, so I've got this doorway and I've got this chair, and then I've got a treadmill over there that I spent 20 minutes getting everything off of it just so I could be able to shoot this video. Now, you can walk outside, you can do all kinds of stuff, but I can't do that because then I would be 10 minutes away when I collapsed. But eventually the goal is to be able to do, I want to be able to do 30 sit-ups, 20 push-ups, 10 deep knee bends, 5 pull-ups, and I want to be able to run a mile in 10 minutes. And that's the goal. That's where I want to get. Maybe you can follow me along with it. That being said, I'm going to start here at my wall. And it's funny because the first problem that I have, and I'm not an expert. I'm not a health expert. I'm not a guru. Go see your doctor before you start anything. Like I said, the biggest benefit of this for me is that I won't put anything in my mouth for 30 minutes. So, but the biggest problem I had figuring out how to do this was finding a door frame, because I picked one door frame, like a closet door frame, and I couldn't extend my arms all the way, so I thought that it wouldn't work. We're going to do 3 sets of 30. 4, 5. You'll likely hear me get bored. 6. I may curse a little. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You want to go slow. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119, 120, 121, 122, 123, 124, 125, 126, 127, 128, 129, 130, 131, 132, 133, 134 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Now, again, I get bored doing that stuff, and we're not doing anything amazing. So I'm going to move my feet back to the other side of the wall, and I'm going to do push-ups the same way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Now, again, I get bored, and I understand that it's boring to watch, but if you're doing it along with me, you might feel a little strain in your arms, especially if you haven't done anything in a long time. I do, because I haven't done anything in a very long time. So now we're going to do chair seats. I'm just going to do 10 chair seats, and this is a simple thing for a big guy like me. This combines sit-ups and leg lifts and squats at the same time. So I'm basically just going to sit down on the edge of the chair and stand up, lean back, and I'm just going to stand up 10 times without using my arms. 1, 2, 3. My biggest fear is the chair keeps moving. 4, 5, and if it gets to be an issue, you can use your hands to pull up. 6, 7, 8. Slow down so you're not using inertia. 9, 10. Now we're going to do the same thing, same 3 exercises again. Toes against the wall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, we're about to be interrupted by the kids, 15, 16, 17, they haven't gone back to school yet, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. That one's a little tougher. So, now we go the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, this is so exciting, 24, 25, riveting entertainment, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Maybe we should have a band sponsors. Somebody who can play music for us. More chair squats. One, oh no, it's not one till I touch my back. 1, 2, 3. You have to go slow or else the inertia will do it for you, and that doesn't work the muscles. 4, 5. I find this one doesn't hurt my knees so much. 6, 7, but it is hard to resist putting my hands on my knees to push off. 8. Was that 7 or 8? Dang it. 9. We're going to mess up in my favor. 10. Okay. So that's 10. Last set. We're going to do one more set. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, it's harder than it looks, 27, 28, 29, 30. Now, we'll talk more about it in a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Alright, because I was able to finish those, next time we'll do something different. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A little bounce there. It's cheating. 7, 8, 9. Finish strong. 10. All right. Now let's move over to the treadmill. You'll have to bear with me as I move the camera. Have to walk around the dog. I have no idea how this video is going to be, but we're going to find out. I don't know where to set the phone that it'll stay. I made sure I had a place to put the camera, but I didn't make sure I had a place to put the phone. Alright, so I've got this treadmill, and let's see, that doesn't adjust. No, okay. So I've got this treadmill. Hopefully the phone will stay there. If the phone falls, we're in trouble. I've got the safety clip here that I should have already unwound, but that just wouldn't be my style. I like this one. It's got this magnet that makes it run. Clip that goes on my shorts. So the problem with walking is that for my purposes is that I'll be 10 minutes away. Sometimes it takes me longer than 10 minutes to do a mile, and sometimes it takes me less than 10 minutes to do a mile. Rarely does it take me less than 10 minutes a mile. Most times I do a mile in about 15 minutes, but I'm not running. So what's wrong with this? Did she unplug me? Hang on, I think I'm unplugged. Can I pause the recording? I don't know. I just look to see if I'm unplugged. Yes, she unplugged me. I don't even know why she'd unplug me. There's no reason to unplug this thing. It's bad enough I have to move all the books off of it. Got the curtain right here. There we go. Alright, let's tilt this back up a little bit. If you're going to see me suffer, you're going to see me suffer. Alright, let's start. And the speed is 1 mile an hour. We know we don't want that. If we're going to go, I'm not quite ready to go. I don't want that to stay up. I don't think I'm quite ready to go 6 miles a minute, which is what it would take to get to a 10-minute mile. But what the hell? I'm not quite ready to go 6 miles an hour, but I'm sure I'm ready to go faster than 1 mile an hour. So let's get the speed up to, I don't know, maybe we can go half that, 3 miles an hour. Again, the biggest benefit to me, oh no, that's too fast for me. The biggest benefit to me is getting my butt up off that couch for not putting anything in my mouth for 30 minutes. Okay, the camera is going to give me fits. Let's see if that'll stay. There we go. I'm counting that time. The frustration aids to my heart. Okay, so because, let's go a little faster. You got to go slow enough that you can breathe and talk, or you're not burning fat. That much I learned in health class. If you can't breathe, you can't burn fat. It takes oxygen to burn fat. So if you can't talk while you're doing it, then you can't breathe while you're doing it, and you can't burn fat. So if your goal is to burn fat, you got to at least be able to breathe, even if it's heavy breathing. You know, like when you call up your girlfriend late at night. Maybe that's just me. At least she knows it's me. Not just some random stranger. Okay, back to what I was saying. So because I was able to do 3 times at 30 on the wall pull-ups and 3 times at 30 on the wall push-ups, and I was able to do 3 sets of 10 on the chair things, then in a couple of days when we do it, I'll set up differently. I'll have some kind of different arrangement where it's just a little bit harder. I've been doing that for a couple of weeks now, and I just now got to the point where I could do 3 sets of 30 all the way through. But now that I can do 3 sets of 30 all the way through, I'm going to move on to something harder. But you don't have to. You can continue to do whatever is at your comfort level. And my intention is as I get better and as I advance, I'll put these videos. You know, when you watch the professional aerobics instructors, they have the video of them doing it, and then there's lame butt over here that's just barely doing anything, which is where I am now, and then there's super hypo over here who's like bouncing off everything, showing how fancy and good he is, and then there's the instructor in the middle doing the solid workout. So I don't know that we'll ever have super bouncy dude, but we definitely have lame-o video. So we'll definitely keep up with that. So you could be marching in place. You could do the electric slide for 10 minutes, and maybe I'll make a video of me doing the electric slide for 10 minutes. That sounds like fun, because this bores me out of my mind. How long have we been doing this now? Hang on, the clock will come back. I think it's 4 minutes. We've been doing this for 4 minutes already. Hey, we're almost halfway there, because we're only going for 10. I'm going to speed up a little bit. I'm at 2.5 miles an hour, which, again, that's not a whole lot. The average person walks 3 to 4 miles an hour, walks at 3 to 4 miles an hour, but the average person is not 400 pounds. 300 pounds. I'm not 400 pounds. 300 pounds. So when you're where I am, you can't be busy worrying about what everybody else can do. You have to worry about what you can do with what you have where you are. You do not have to have a treadmill. You know, so far the only thing we've used besides the treadmill is a door frame and a folding chair. And I know you can pick a folding chair up at a garage sale or Goodwill, and a door frame. You don't have to have a door frame. A fence supposed to work. You don't have to have a folding chair. You know, I could have just leaned back against the door frame and sat and then stood up. Could have done the same thing, as long as you're doing it slow enough to make the muscles work and not letting inertia do the work for you. So, again, I'm no guru, and maybe a couple of Sundays, maybe every now and then, we'll get with a guru and we'll chat with him on
when we do the live feed. And again, we need music. It's a whole lot easier. It's a whole lot easier to do this. I'm up at 2.7 now. It's a whole lot easier to do this kind of stuff when you have music going. I know that YouTube has strict rules, so we can't just play a radio, but they also have, YouTube also has channels where I can listen to copyright-free music that we could play while we're doing this. And so maybe I'll do that. But they want a subscription or they have ads. And if we were listening to the radio, we'd have ads. So I don't know, trade-offs. It's probably not so bad. We'll see. But maybe my daughter plays string bass and my son's taking up viola. Maybe we can have a 3-string orchestra over here, or even a quartet, because we've got a cello up the road and then somebody who can play kazoo. I play kazoo. It takes years to master the kazoo, though. All right, we're at 7 minutes. That's crazy. All right, but it wears you out. I'm at 2.7 miles. Let's see if we can get it up to 3 miles. Okay, 3 miles an hour. Let's see if we can finish. We'll finish at 3 miles an hour. Because we're at 7.5. We only have 2.5 minutes to go. Maybe we'll go 3.5 miles the last minute. You just don't want to go so fast that you can't talk, because then you can't burn fat. That's what I learned in health class. Maybe you know better. Maybe you're a fitness guru and you have something to add to the conversation. Talk about it in the chat below, in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. If you're following along, I'd love to hear from you. Tell us your numbers and let's get started together. And we'll keep this going. You know, who knows, 90 days from now, I may be a svelte 180-pound man doing 10 chin-ups and 30 sit-ups and 20 push-ups and 10 deep knee bends and 5 pull-ups and running a mile in 10 minutes. And we have to set new fitness goals. And I just think that'd be a whole lot of fun if I had to set new fitness goals. But right now I just want to get consistent and do something. But I hate it. I hate it. It's just so boring. But if you've got a friend to do it with you, it's not so bad. So I brought you along. Maybe the kids can do the electric slide next to me. That wouldn't be so bad. I could put a leash on my dog and she could sit next to me on the floor. I could pretend I'm walking her. That wouldn't be so bad. But if I get one of them drones that can follow my face, then we'll go outside and we'll do it. You can follow me around outside. But I have no desires to go outside till the temperature gets down below 80. Okay, 3.5 for the last minute. It's almost a run. More like a speed walk. Just for the last minute. Whew. I haven't done anything in so long. That anything is a lot. So, you know, we come back on Wednesday and I'll talk about how sore I was on Tuesday, or if I was sore at all. I may not be sore. We may have made this so light that I'm not sore. But, you know, again, 30 minutes I didn't put food in my mouth. All right. We're at 10 minutes. I'm going to drop it back to 2.5 miles for about 30 seconds. Cool down a little bit. You know, we're not going crazy with this. All right. Here we go. All right. Well, guys, I hope you got something out of it. I know I'm sweating, and I'm I'm a little bit winded. I think that's probably good. I can feel a buzz in my legs and my arms, so that's probably good. But come back Wednesday and let's see what happens. All right? Mwah. Peace out. It's not stopping.